Alright guys, in today's video we have more PlayStation news and information to go over and talk about. We do have multiple topics we're covering within this video, so if you could do me a favor and hit the like button to help this video out and show it your support, I would really appreciate that. And I also want you to leave a comment down below letting me know how important 4K resolution is to you when playing games. The reason why I'm asking this question is because the first topic we're covering has to do with a new DLSS-like technology coming from AMD that is reportedly set to launch on PlayStation 5. Now, it's not a secret that AMD is working on this technology and has been working on it, but what is surprising some people is the fact that apparently it's going to launch on these next-gen consoles. So it says here, AMD is reportedly set to launch its DLSS-like technology, Fidelity FX Super Resolution, on all platforms with RDNA technology, meaning it would launch on PS5 alongside its release on PC. This is according to Linus Tech Tips. The goal is for the company to release this Fidelity FX Super Resolution technology on all enabled graphics cards, including the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series S, and the Xbox Series X. And this is what he had to say. Apparently, rather than rushing Fidelity FX Super Resolution out the door on only one new top-end card, they want it to be cross-platform in every sense of the word. So they actually want it running on all of their GPUs, including the ones inside consoles, before they pull the trigger. It would have been nice to have it ready by the time the cards launched, but as we saw with NVIDIA's DLSS 1.0 versus DLSS 2.0, it could be for the best. It's unclear if this information was embargoed or briefed to Linus previously. This technology would allow games to run at a higher performance than they currently do, even when they are particularly graphically intensive. Now, that right there is why this is significant. For those who are not aware of what this DLSS technology enables, essentially, it's a solution for dynamic resolution. I'm sure many of you are aware that dynamic resolution is something we see implemented into almost all games on these consoles because it's really the only solution right now available that allows these consoles to hopefully maintain a consistent performance while also scaling the resolution up and down. They want to always try to have the resolution as high as they can, but once things start to speed up, once more things start happening on screen, the resolution more often than not has to be lowered in order to maintain that consistent 60 frames per second or whatever other FPS that they're trying to maintain. And so that is the goal of this DLSS-like technology. Again, it was not expected that this was going to be releasing on PlayStation 5. I do believe Microsoft has their own solution, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe you guys can let me know down in the comments below, but I think it's called DirectML, and I think it's similar to this DLSS technology. I'm not 100% sure about that, but what I do know is that back in October of 2020, we did talk about a patent that Sony had filed that suggested they were also working on their own DLSS-like sampling technique that could be used on PS5 games, and we haven't heard anything since. Honestly, Sony doesn't really talk about this type of stuff anymore. They don't do any more deep dives, or they don't talk in depth about their specs or anything like that. So I don't know if this is something that they have continued to work on, if they're still working on it, if it's already being utilized, or if maybe they decided not to because they found out that AMD was planning on implementing their own version of it into the PS5. That sounds very plausible to me. We don't know just how good this technology is going to be, as far as I know anyway. We are going to have to wait until it releases, whenever it does. And I don't know if this is going to be just like some big thing that Sony lets us know about. Probably not. It'll probably be something that happens under the radar and we'll just kind of notice it with the games. But this is pretty significant because if they do it right, if AMD nails this, then we could end up seeing games hit essentially a native 4K resolution without having to brute force their way to native 4K resolution and maintain a much higher and consistent performance across the board, even when things start to get crazy on screen. So that's the important thing here, because these are roadblocks that developers consistently hit when developing their games. We have to understand that when they are developing their games for these consoles, they are very limited in the amount of resources they have and any resource that they can save will go a long way in making sure that that game can maintain performance and maybe just fleshing the game out even more overall. We know that a significant amount of resources always have to go into how crisp and clean and sharp the image quality is, and this technology will dramatically help with that. So I just wanted to let you guys know about this. Let me know down in the comments below once again how important 4K resolution is to you and what you think about this new DLSS-like technology called Fidelity FX Super Resolution coming from AMD that will apparently make its way to PS5. But moving on from that, we're talking about the upcoming PS5 exclusive Returnal once again, because we do have a little bit more information to go over when it comes to this game. This time we have Housemarque, the developer, talking about how they are leveraging the PlayStation 5's hardware. And it says here, speaking in an interview with BBC, Returnal's marketing director, Michael Havery, said that Housemarque is really getting everything they can from the specs of the PS5 where Returnal's visuals are concerned. According to him, what's even more impressive is how the game uses other hardware features, such as the DualSense's adaptive triggers and the console's 3D audio engine Tempest. And so he says, I think we're doing a lot with the visuals and really getting everything we can from the specs. And I think that comes across with the contrast of the really dark environment against the really bright and colorful bullet hell neon. What really shines through exclusively with the PS5 is the 3D audio, and it's something that really lets players tap into that feedback loop. When somebody appears behind you, immediately you can turn around and shoot them without any kind of visual clues. Similarly with the DualSense controller, for example, if you press the L2 trigger halfway, you'll aim down sights, but if you press it all the way, you'll reach an alternative fire mode for your weapon. All of this communication can be done without the screen elements. That's quite unique and lets you get deeper into the game. So I just wanted to take a couple of minutes here to relay what Housemarque is saying about the PlayStation 5 specifications and how they are leveraging them for their exclusive game Returnal. I have to say, Returnal is one of the better looking games. I mean, to be honest, all of the exclusives on PlayStation 5 look really good, but just the contrast, as he mentions here, I think looks really good. I have seen some people complain that the game is too dark, but I think that's a purposeful decision. I think they did that to basically allow the bright neon colors to kind of stand out and light up the areas a little bit more. But overall, I do like the look of Returnal. It looks really good, and I do appreciate what he's saying here, because this is something that I have noticed when playing quite a few PS5 games, is that, you know, he's saying all of these things can be enhanced without there needing to be on-screen elements, and that's just a way for them to let you get deeper into the game and more immersed, and I agree. Returnal's a game I'm very much looking forward to, and I just wanted to take a moment here to cover it. But I want to finish out this video talking a little bit more about Elden Ring for those who are interested, because this is a game I'm very excited about and very much looking forward to. We have some more rumors coming out about this game alongside the recent trailer leak. Apparently, Elden Ring is going to feature PvP and online multiplayer and a class system similar to the Dark Souls series. So Elden Ring, From Software's next game, is going to come with some of the features that fans have come to love in the Souls series. Speaking on the Reset Era forums, Omnipotent, who proved to be a reliable insider in the past, confirmed that Elden Ring will feature PvP and online multiplayer features. These were missing in Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, so it's definitely good news that they are coming back. And so, you know, he does confirm this, and he also confirms that, you know, these aren't the only features. They will have a character creation and class system that is very similar to what we've seen in the Dark Souls titles, as well as Demon Souls. And he also commented, apparently, this insider, on the Elden Ring trailer that leaked out. And according to him, it was not a controlled leak, and it was likely that From Software wasn't even aware of this trailer's existence, which is interesting. He says, I'm going to avoid detailing how this happened, but I will say that this was neither a controlled nor intentional leak orchestrated by Bandai or From Software to generate hype or something silly like that. It's your usual run-of-the-mill leak. This trailer was made by Bandai for internal use only, and there's a good chance From Software probably wasn't even aware of it, let alone in control of it. This specific trailer wasn't intended to be viewed by the public at this or any other time, as far as I can tell. Because I will also state that while I have heard that a reveal is in the works soon, this leak surfacing now is merely coincidental and isn't an indication that anything is going to happen right this second. I doubt this forces Bandai's hand into doing anything sooner than they want, as it seems like they were already made aware of the situation prior to it going public anyway. So there you go. I thought that this was a good follow-up from apparently a reliable insider on what's going on with this trailer leak, but also confirming that this game is going to be more Souls-like than maybe some of us were thinking, now that they're also going to have PvP, online multiplayer, and a class system similar to what we saw with the Dark Souls games, Bloodborne and Demon Souls. And you know what? I'm all for that. I'm very excited, and I wanted to make sure to cover this and follow up on this leak that we covered earlier this week. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you did find it informative. Leave it a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.